Hey friends, welcome back to Daily Sews and Stuff. You might notice I've lost about 18 inches of hair. I'm going to do minimal editing on this, so I'm not going to superimpose a picture right now of before, but on my Facebook page, which is also called Daily Sews and Stuff, you can see a picture the day that I got my hair cut from back, and you can see how much got cut off. It's crazy. It's about 2 inches more off than I was wanting, but such is life. It'll grow back. So, this is just kind of a let's talk video. I think I'm going to call this and stuff because this is certainly not about sewing. I don't even have a project to be working on while we talk, which feels weird. I feel like I should be cutting out something or doing something, and I probably will whenever I put this away. But I just wanted a minute to talk and share with you some of the craziness that's happening in my life right now, and just try to get to know each other a little bit better. I like mixing that in with all the sewing. So, if you haven't been following along, there are 2 series going on right now. There's one called Pattern Projecting Series, and that one has, I think, 8 videos in it now, which are all about using a projector for sewing. And then the other one is called Introducing, and it's got an introduction to me, to my craft room, and my sewing machines in there. And pretty soon here, I'm going to start diving deep into my machines and really showing you guys what each of them can do and how to thread them and cool stuff like that. And then I am also going to continue adding to the projector series. And last week I did a quick tip video, which I'm going to do about once a month. My daily quick tips once a month. It just makes me laugh to do daily quick tips once a month. And then once a month I'm probably going to do one of these and stuff videos. And it might be kind of a life update. It might be kind of a, hey, let's just talk about something thing. But it'll be helpful to me to have a schedule, and it'll also be helpful to me not to have so many videos that need quite so intense of the editing that my projector sewing videos usually do. Because, holy cow, my life is fixing to get crazy. So, my husband and I bought this house about 3.5 years ago. And I can say that with a lot of confidence because my youngest is fixing to turn 3. And what happened is we bought the house, and we only had one child at the time. And it is a 1,200 square foot, 3-bed, 2-bath house that was in really bad shape. And we bought it with the intention of fixing it. We were able to fix it somewhat, but then the house that we were renting was sold, and we were told we had to get out of that. So we moved in quicker than we wanted to. Well then, very soon after that, we got not 1, but 2 new babies. And those are the girls who we ended up adopting. I talked about that a little bit in my introduction video, but all 3 of my kids are adopted. So we weren't really expecting to get 1. That was kind of a maybe, but then to get 2 at once was a total surprise. And my girls will have their birthday just as this is releasing, actually, same week that this is releasing. And when they have their birthday, they're going to be 3, 4, and my son will be 5. So when they came, they were newborn 1 and 2. And so life was really crazy for a while, and it still kind of is. But that means that the house was totally on the back burner, right? We didn't do anything. So the house has been in this sort of renovated state for a while. And it's not really done. It's not really unsafe or anything like that, but just frustrating. So we are finally putting time in our schedule to fix our house. Yay! And there's this whole big thing that has happened. It has just been a giant mess as far as getting funding for that and everything. I mean, part of it's coronavirus. Part of it is we didn't know that we couldn't start demo before we got funding. And so there's some stuff that had already been demoed. But the bottom line is we have gotten some funding. My husband is a self-employed carpenter, and he has scheduled out some time to specifically work on our house and we are able to move forward with this. In the process of figuring out all this other stuff, we have found out that our house is worth about double what we paid for it once we finally get it fixed. And we've already paid back the first loan that we used to start this renovation process. So the second loan that we're taking out to finish this renovation process, plus what we still owe on it, is way less than what it's worth. So now we're facing this dilemma of, do we fix it up and live in it, because it'll be so much nicer when it's fixed, but it'll still only be, with my craft room, just over 1,400 square feet? Or do we fix it up and sell it and take that big chunk of equity that we'll have and buy a bigger house? But even if we buy a bigger house, we won't be able to afford the kind of house that we want to live in forever, because we have some unique needs in addition to just a house that fits our family. My husband works out of the shop, and at this house, that's most of this 2.5 car garage. In another house, could it be a 2 car garage? Could there be room to put a shop on there? Will we have the money to put the shop on there? Those are questions we don't quite have the answers to. And I mean, I'm kind of spoiled with a craft room, and I'm not sure I want to give that up, because it's kind of my sanity away from the rest of the insanity. And we're starting homeschooling, so will there be a place to school the kids? And it doesn't have to be its own special place, but right now we're doing it at the dining room table, and that's fine. It's actually working, and I don't have a problem continuing to do that, but it needs to work for us as far as like having storage or putting storage in, or however that might be. And right now, our dining room table works. There's not really a place in there to store things. So, anyway, it's just this big mess of what are we going to do and what's going to be best for our family. And if we do move and we're paying this much higher mortgage, because seriously, this house was so cheap, we can swing that now, right? We think so. And so we started talking with some mortgage lenders too, and figuring out just where we're going to be. And we need to talk to a realtor. But kind of the biggest thing is, no matter what, we've got to fix the house. So in order to fix a kitchen in both bathrooms and the floors and everything else that needs to be done, we can't really live here with 3 small children. So we are renting a house in town. We live out in the country, in a small town out in the country. So we're going to move into the big city. It's not really a big city, but the biggest city closest to us. And live there for a few months while the major stuff is going on. Oh, it's so much. So much is happening. So I am hoping the way things work out, about once a week, I'll get to come back here without any kids and kind of check in with my husband on what's happening in the house and see what's updating, and helping him a little out there, and being able to come out here and do some recording. And I might look a hot mess because I might be wearing renovation clothes, and have some time to sew, and then I can edit the videos, and I'll probably end up taking a machine or two to the rent house and be able to do some stuff there. My projector, I'm leaving here. So I'd have to come out here and cut, but then I could take whatever it is I cut and a machine and go sew in the rent house. So, yeah. A lot of stuff happening. A whole lot of stuff happening. It's going to be a crazy fall. But at the same time, I am loving this channel, and I am loving this outlet, and I don't want to give that up. So, to keep myself sane, once a month is going to be these and stuff videos. Once a month is going to be a quick tip. Once a month is going to be telling you about each of my machines. And once a month is going to be something deep with projector sewing. And then if there's a 5th Tuesday in a month, it'll probably be a bonus projector video. I don't quite remember what I had figured out. But I've kind of got this fall planned. to hopefully take a lot of the stress off of me as far as getting things filmed and edited and out, and allowing myself to get some projects done that I find relaxing without needing to get projects done, and being able to focus more on schooling and on the house than these other creative and fun outlets that don't really add a lot to my family yet. I mean, I'm not discounting that it's important for me to have my me time, but this channel doesn't bring in money. You have to have 1,000 followers and 4,000 watch hours within a year to monetize your channel, and I am well on the way to that, because you guys are awesome and y'all are always saying kind things. Those comments really boost the channel. Y'all are subscribing, y'all are liking, y'all are sharing, I'm sharing. We're doing things, and y'all are awesome, and I am so excited about the community that is building here and about the things that we're doing. But it still takes time to build there too. So anyway, that's what's going on with my life. It's a lot. My girls will possibly be going to Mother's Day out twice a week. I'm not really sure if that's happening or not, and I totally understand why that's still up in the air. And even if they're allowed to, I don't know, we'll probably send them just because of everything else that's happening, but we'll have to see what happens. And the homeschool curriculum that we've ordered will be 4-day-a-week curriculum for my son. So that'll mean 1 day a week, he and I can have some good one-on-one time. 1 day a week, we can not do school, and he can hang with a grandma, and sisters can be at their school, and I can come out here. And then 3 days a week, we'll be doing school with the girls. And I think this is all doable stuff, but I haven't lived it yet, and it's kind of hard to predict when I haven't lived it yet. We have a rental lined up, we think. Again, that's not in stone yet. I mean, there's like this giant puzzle, and all the pieces keep changing shape, and they still have to fit together though. And it's getting clearer, they're becoming more solidified, and they're getting pieced together a little bit better, and I kind of love it. I love these like logistical puzzle things. I got a phone call in the middle of this video that I wasn't planning to edit. So, I'm gonna jump back in, I think, where I was. Obviously, there's gonna have to be a little editing now. It's like this giant puzzle, and the pieces keep changing shape and solidifying a little bit more, and they're not quite solid yet, but they're getting a little more clear, and they're starting to piece together, and I kind of love it because I love these logistical puzzles, but at the same time, I need a plan. And everything is kind of this amorphous thing, which has an overarching goal, but even that's not totally decided. And so, yeah, it's just crazy life. So, I think I have shared everything I planned to share. And I need to go help put my son in bed because he should have been in bed already, and he's not. That's what the phone call was about. And so I'm going to go ahead and end this video. I am once again so grateful for you guys. I am once again so grateful for you guys. Thank y'all so much for everything you do to support my channel. Like, subscribe, comment, and tune in next week for, I can't even remember what I have on the schedule for next week. I think it's a basic sewing kind of tutorial. And then very, very soon, sometime in the month of August, again, I have a plan, but I don't have it memorized. I am going to have my husband use the projector. And so not only will we get to see what it's like for a newbie to use the projector, we'll get to see what it's like for a lefty to use the projector and see if that changes anything. So I'm really excited about that video. We haven't gotten it filmed yet, but he's agreed to do it. So I will see you guys next week. Thank you so much.
Thanks for watching my videos. Like, subscribe, and comment.